Marcus Rashford to Arsenal, that should be a transfer that everybody is looking at and knowing exactly what is happening. So, Marcus Rashford to Arsenal, that should be a real big deal. We've got a lot to talk about. Alexander Zinchenko, what's happening with him, Uren Timber and Alexander Isak. We've got Victor Gyökeres. We've got quite a lot. You definitely know when it comes to the Arsenal chapter, we definitely bring to you the latest trade, and we always talk about what exactly is happening within the day, what is making the news within the day, what are the transfers for the day. And I must say, welcome to the Arsenal chapter, where I bring to you the latest of information. And my name is Abu Kaz. You definitely know that we are in the summer transfer window, and we always try our level best to give you the latest when it comes to transfers, as Arsenal is going to have a very busy summer transfer window, as we witnessed the last summer transfer window and part of the general transfer window that was extremely busy. Mikel Arteta wants a busy summer transfer window again, and from recent reports, Stan Karionki and Josh Karionki are willing to part away with quite a lot of money this time round to make sure that Mikel Arteta gets the players he wants, because last time they did it and positive results came out of that big money spending, big spending. Yeah. So this time round, Mikel Arteta still wants to make valid changes, big changes at the club Arsenal, and some of these changes will see big football players move out of the club Arsenal, and not forgetting that Edu Gaspar, the current sporting director, technical director of the club Arsenal, is one that is also looking at making reinforcement at the club, as positive results really came out recently. Arsenal finishing second in the Premier League. Not only finishing second, but just 2 points. Arsenal was very close to winning the Premier League title. But that game between Aston Villa did not let the club Arsenal really go on and win the Premier League title. And a lot has been happening in the world of football. As we're talking transfers, we're talking football transfers, mainly Arsenal. But some people would like to know exactly what's transpiring in the world of transfers, So, as regarding Arsenal, I've got a lot to talk about, but also do not forget that Mauricio Pochettino, I don't know what's wrong with Chelsea. I don't know what's wrong with Chelsea. Chelsea's changing managers. Mikel Arteta was given time to build the club, and that's what Chelsea is not getting. They don't understand, because they've had manager in, manager out. But Mikel Arteta, ever since he came, he made this the move to Arsenal. Arsenal management have been patient with him. He's failed, he's learned, and he's built, and now we should say excellent, because he is on the radar. He's definitely moving to getting the Premier League title. But look at Chelsea, really. When it comes to transfers, Chelsea, they've got very many football players in. That's one thing. They've spent around £1 billion. That's one big thing. And spreading a lot of money, like when Mikhail Modric was taken away from Arsenal. That was not necessary, Arsenal had finalized with the Mikhail Modric transfer. Then they come up and take the young lad. They take him away. Anyway, that was not good of Chelsea. But they splashed a lot of money. I mean, £100 million, big money. And now, looking at the current situation at Chelsea, because they've not given these managers time. They've had Graham Potter, but before Graham Potter, Chelsea had this manager Thomas Tuchel, and he was sacked. Graham Potter came in, and after Graham Potter, there was Frank Lampard. There was quite a big number. Jose Mourinho's in there some time ago. They always change. Jose Mourinho was way back, but different managers have been at Chelsea for some good time, not some good time. In a very short period of time, they've changed. A manager needs, this is what Chelsea needs to understand. A manager needs time. That's why Mikel Arteta was given plenty of time and he understood the players. He signed crucial players, yeah? And you know something with Arsenal, yeah? Something good about Arsenal. The manager has a big say. If Mikel Arteta wants a football player, then Stan and Josh Carrionke might have just a little say. But the manager Mikel Arteta, if he wants a football player, they will back him, they will support him, and that's what a football club should be doing. And Chelsea, I know they have not performed to their anticipation. Last season they didn't perform to their anticipation, but they are building. Mauricio Pochettino was building the club. Mauricio Pochettino was building a squad that has very many football players, which is hard to choose from. And the fact that they had won the last 5 games consecutively, that shows you how he was definitely improving. But they've parted ways with him. They parted ways with him, and they said no more football with him, no more management at Chelsea. He was definitely sacked, even though when they say it's a mutual agreement, all of us know that he was sacked. But anyway, let's get into real business about Marcus Rashford and his potential move to the club Arsenal. What is exactly happening? What's making news? Let's talk about it. And getting information from the Mirror. The Mirror saying Marcus Rashford tipped for Arsenal transfer. And give me the paper. Let me sign it for him. That's one of Arsenal's legends going on and saying that. And also, let's see what exactly is with Marcus Rashford. So let's get to see what Marcus Rashford and his Arsenal transfer have for you as an Arsenal fan. Yes, let's get the party started now, and now let's get information from one of the most trusted sources in the United Kingdom, and let's see, saying that Marcus Rashford, though he missed out on the squad, but they're saying his future at Old Trafford is in a doubt after losing his cutting edge in front of the goal. And Arsenal have been linked with taking him away from his boyhood club. In the wake of the decision, Arsenal legend Emmanuel Petit has called for his former club to go on and sign Marcus Rashford right now. But the thing is, Marcus Rashford could be in the wrong team. He could be a good football player in the wrong team. Get the best of football players right now. I don't know, I can't talk about the past, but I'm talking about now. Get the best of football players in the right about now, and put him in Manchester United. He will definitely look very average. Marcus Rashford is a football player who is capable of giving you 30 goals a season, and he's definitely proved it. When you look at his statistics, he definitely has always scored a couple of goals, but the recently concluded season did not go on quite well for him. So let's hope things go on quite well for Arsenal. If they definitely can go and sign him, I would be for Marcus Rashford joining Arsenal. That would be quite great. Let's see in the Premier League. He's had only 7 goals in 33 appearances and made a wonderful 2 assists, and then 17 goals in 35 appearances and 5 assists. That was in season 2022-2023. In season 2023. Across all competitions, he scored 30 plus goals, and that's what you need from a striker like him. I definitely think that would be an amazing thing. That would be a great thing for the football club Arsenal if Arsenal go on and sign him. Emmanuel Petit says Arsenal should do it very quickly so that nobody else gets him. But there are quite a number of clubs that are interested in signing Marcus Rashford, with Paris Saint-Germain being one of them. PSG says they need him and they are willing to part away with quite a big amount of money so that they can get him. So it could be a bidding war if Arsenal go on and sign the football player Marcus Rashford. That was from a reliable source, and that's Metro. And also the Mirror the Mirror also has tipped about Marcus Rashford's potential move to the football club Arsenal. We need to talk a little bit about Alexander Zinchenko and then Urian Timber plus Isak also. What is exactly happening? Yeah, so Urian Timber is definitely back on his feet, and Alexander Zinchenko, I must say, Alexander Zinchenko is running out of favor from Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta is looking at putting him on the market, and we could be seeing Alexander Zinchenko leaving the club Arsenal very, very soon. He's a potential exit out of the club because Urian Timber is back and fit, and we are not seeing I don't think we're going to be seeing him playing again on a couple of games, and that's why we see that this is definitely going to happen. He's not been put up for sale just as yet, but from different sources within the club, it is said that he's going to be sold. As him as a football player, he wants much more game time than what is being offered at the club Arsenal. And also Aaron Ramsdale facing the same problem. Aaron Ramsdale wants an exit, and he definitely wants to leave the club Arsenal, with links from Newcastle United. Newcastle saying that they could sign him on a very good amount of money. I don't think Arsenal could resist the amount of money, because David Raya is set to sign, to put pen to paper. David Raya is one of those that Arsenal is relying on, and his distribution is quite good. And seeing when the season had just begun, when the season began, but when David Raya made this move to Arsenal, we were wondering, how is this going to work out? How is it going to work out? Because Aaron Ramsdale being a top goalkeeper, that's what we were seeing. He was a top goalkeeper, played very well, distribution was quite well. But when Aaron Ramsdale came in, when David Raya came in, we thought it might be a bit hard for Mikel Arteta, to get these two football players playing together, goalkeepers, these goalkeepers exchanging them, bringing one and leaving the other on the table, because all of them are top goalkeepers. But an opportunity has now availed itself. Arsenal can go on and sign the football player, can sign the goalkeeper David Raya on a permanent deal, as he's currently on a loan deal. But he came out and said he would be very comfortable going on and signing for the club Arsenal on a permanent deal. So let's hope things move on quite well for Arsenal. So Aaron Ramsdale, if he moves to Arsenal, that will be Aaron Ramsdale, if Aaron Ramsdale moves away from Arsenal and goes to Newcastle, that would definitely be quite good for him, because he's not getting gameplay. Let's be fair. And then I think Arsenal will definitely secure the services of David Raya, because Brentford are in for selling. The football player wants to stay at Arsenal, and Arsenal are willing. So there's nothing that's going to stop that from happening. And then looking at Alexander Zinchenko, what I have got for you today about Alexander Isak from Newcastle United. As per now, his transfer value has definitely got up to £120 million, and we could be seeing Arsenal running away from this transfer. Because look, £120 million for Alexander Isak. He's a good football player, very good striker, and that's what Arsenal needs. But £120 million looks a bit scary for me. And the thing is, Newcastle are not looking at selling. I think they're not looking at selling him. That's why they're putting his price very, very high. But if any club affords him, if any club goes on and pays that amount of money, then that definitely means that they can have him. But Marcus Rashford could be moving to Arsenal. Let's hope Arsenal consider Emmanuel Petit's request to go on and sign the football player. He's been linked to Arsenal, he's been linked to Paris Saint-Germain, and also, as I told you before, Alexander Zinchenko could be heading for an exit, and then Urian Timber also could be returning to first team football, and that's the big reason as to why he could lead to the exit of of Alexander Zinchenko. Then Isak still his move to Arsenal still in and about there, not yet concluded 100%, and we think that this could result into transfer delay if Arsenal want to first see exactly what will transpire with this. But the £120 million is quite a lot, I must say. That's what I think. Anyway, the question of the day is, whom do you think should come to Arsenal? Do you think Marcus Rashford should definitely sign for Arsenal? That is the question of the day. Thank you for being part of the Arsenal chapter. Please subscribe, ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on whatever I've got to bring to, as long as this post and as long as this Arsenal related right about here at the Arsenal chapter with me, your very host, Abu Chaos. Thank you and goodbye for now.